Good afternoon, Virgo. No one, not almost no one, um, not very few people, um, no one. And that realization, um, when it arrives, um, doesn't feel like a thought. Um, it feels like a reckoning. Um, the specific gut level, um, this cannot be reasoned away reckoning um, of someone who went looking um, for what they had with you um, somewhere else and came back empty. Um, Not because there aren't other people out there, but because there is no one uh, like you um, out there. Um, and they know that now. Um, the first thing coming through, and this is the one that stopped me, is the process of how this realization arrived. Um, because realizations like this, um, the no one like you kind, don't arrive from thinking. Mm. They arrive from experience, from the specific accumulating um, disappointing experience of trying to find in other places um, what existed with you, um, the conversation that didn't flow, the way conversations flowed with you, um, the moment that didn't land uh, the way moments landed with you, um, the presence that didn't feel uh, the way your presence felt. Um, and each one adding to the weight um, of something they didn't want to admit. Um, that what they had um, was not replaceable, um, was not as they may have told themselves, um, something they could find again with the next person um, or the one after. Um, was specific to you uh, irreplaceably. Um, Irreplaceably you. Um, this reflection invites you to consider, what do you think they're missing, not what you wish they were missing. Um, what you actually brought uh, to that connection that was specific to you. Um, the quality of your attention, um, the way you saw them, um, the specific thing you offered um, that made them feel in a way nobody else has managed since. Uh, because identifying it, uh, honestly, tells you something important um, about what you carry um, that most people don't. Um, and and most people don't carry what you carry. That's not arrogance. That's just the honest accounting of what makes you the specific, unrepeatable person you are. Name it. You're allowed to know what it is. The second energy, and OH, this is the one, is what the realization is doing to them right now. Because realizing there is no one like you out there while you are no longer available, is one of the most specifically uncomfortable emotional experiences available to a human being, because it's not just loss. It's loss, combined with the understanding that the loss was chosen. They let you go, or they didn't hold on, or they took what you offered without fully valuing it until the offering was no longer available. And now, in the absence, the full weight of what they let go is landing, not gradually, all at once. In the specific, heavy, I understand now, way that only arrives when you've stopped being able to pretend that what you had was ordinary. It wasn't ordinary. They know that now. And the knowing is occupying them in the quiet moments, in the moments between things, when the distraction drops, and what's underneath gets to surface. And what surfaces every time is you. Now, the super important message piece, because this reading promises something important. And what's important isn't actually about them. It's about you, and what you might be doing right now, with the knowledge that you are irreplaceable. Because here's what I'm sensing in the energy around you. And I need you to hear this directly. You might not fully believe it, the irreplaceable part. you might know it on the surface. Um, in the intellectual sense, uh, of yes, of course, everyone is unique. But in the body, in the operating belief, in the daily way you move um, through the world, um, and through your connections, uh, you might still be operating uh, from the belief um, that you're replaceable um, uh, easily, quickly, without significant loss um, to the person who let you go. Uh, and that belief, however quietly it operates, is shaping things. Um, uh, Shaping what you ask for, um, what you accept, um, how much of yourself you make available, um, and at what cost. Um, and the super important message, the one this reading is actually delivering, um, is this. The person who is currently realizing there is no one like you out there uh, already knows uh, what you might still be figuring out, um, that you are not in any configuration um, replaceable, not slightly irreplaceable, not mostly irreplaceable, um, not irreplaceable except for the parts I'm insecure about, irreplaceable, um, full stop. Um, and the invitation right now, um, in this specific reading, um, is to believe that at the same level they are currently experiencing it, um, not because they confirmed it, because it was always true. Um, and it will remain true, um, regardless of what they do, um, with the realization. This reflection invites you to consider, where are you still operating from the belief that you're replaceable, um, not in general, um, specifically, um, in which relationships or situations are you making yourself smaller, um, easier, um, more accommodating than you actually need to be, because some part of you believes um, that if you don't, you'll be let go. Um, because the irreplaceable person, the one this reading is describing, um, doesn't make themselves smaller um, to prevent being let go. They show up fully and let the other person um, decide whether they can meet that. Um, because the ones who can't will eventually realize exactly what this person is realizing now. Um, Too late. Um, Always too late. When the irreplaceable thing is already gone. The fourth energy, and this is the one I want you to hold, is what this realization in them is producing. Um, um, because realizations, the massive kind, tend to produce movement um, um, toward you. Um, the energy around this suggests someone who is building towards something, a reach, a contact, um, a conversation that starts with I've been thinking, um, and what comes after uh, I've been thinking, uh, in this case, is the realization um, said out loud. Um, Finally, to you. And the question worth sitting with now before it arrives is what you want to do with it. Um, uh, because there are options. Um, and the options are genuinely yours. um, you could receive it. If the feeling is mutual, if what they're realizing aligns with what you've been wanting, and if the realization comes with actual change, um, not just the emotion of having finally understood something, then receiving it with your eyes open um, is available. You could acknowledge it without reopening what closed. Um, the I hear you, and I've moved response, the one that honors what existed without pretending that the realization changes where you are now. Or you could say nothing. Let the silence be the answer, and keep building the life you've been building without them in it. Um, um, all three are valid. All three are available. Um, uh, Only one is yours. The one that comes from your clearest, most honest, most self-aware place. Know which one that is before they arrive. And now, the thing I most need to say in this reading, their realization, however significant, um, however late, um, however genuine, um, is not the source of your irreplaceability. Um, you were irreplaceable before they realized it. Uh, you will be irreplaceable, um, regardless of what they do with the realization. They're seeing doesn't create the thing. Um, it just confirms what was always there. Um, uh, and what was always there will continue to be there with or without their acknowledgement, um, with or without their reach, um, with or without any external confirmation of something that was true, um, from the beginning. Um, um, you were always the version of yourself, um, that someone would eventually realize, um, cannot be replicated. The realization is just uh, the universe making sure you know it too. Um, the power is yours. Mm, it always has been. Um, but someone is in the middle of understanding something uh, that you might still be um, working to believe fully, that there is no one like you out there. Not as a compliment, um, as a fact. Um, Verifiable, um, through the specific accumulating evidence, um, of someone who went looking, um, and couldn't find it, um, because you can't be found uh, anywhere else. Um, you only exist here, um, as you, um, specifically, um, irreplaceably. Let that be true, um, in the way you carry yourself, um, in the way you show up, in the way you decide what you will and won't accept. But because the irreplaceable person, um, knows their own value, um, doesn't wait uh, for someone else's realization, um, to confirm it, already knows, um, but already acts from it, um, already lives it, quietly, daily, without needing the confirmation to make it real. Um, be that person, um, starting now, not when they confirm it,